Following Sulfur's first and hopefully last polarizing update in its early access period, Skrip's updeet only aims to please you with new food, guns, and even some customization options that everyone will be happy to see. I haven't been this excited about an update since Sulfur Power, the quest update. I mean, this is really one for the books. That's why we have to go over everything that was added in Skrip's updeet. One of the first things that'll jump out at you when you read the patch notes is they mention multiplayer and console support, which are two of the biggest things that people are asking for right now, so it's nice to see them speak on it, even if it's just a little bit. And they're not lying about the work they put into the performance and optimization. You'll see for yourself it plays like a brand new game. For me, most importantly, enemy hitboxes are now more precise, detailed, and performant using custom hit meshes. Why am I reading this word for word? When all I really gotta tell you is, outside of all the bugs, the gameplay is perfect right now. I mean, the hitboxes have never been this crispy. It's so damn fun right now. It even looks better after this update, especially with stuff like the black smoke that happens after explosions. Oh, it just looks really good. So yeah, they're chugging away with optimization, as they've always been doing. As we all know, it's like a four-man team over there. It's gonna take a lot for them to get major changes like this done, yet they still somehow find a way to do it every month almost. Truthfully though, it hasn't all been rainbows and sunshine. In fact, day one we had black screens when trying to teleport to the church or like finishing an area. Most of the time that resulted in you having to force close the game, which is about as severe as a bug can get. Then the day after we got some more patches. One of them included infinite loading screens. Me personally, it happened when I was trying to go into town. Don't worry though, they managed to fix both of those huge issues fairly quickly, and you shouldn't see them on your playthroughs. Until the next optimization patch, of course. I'm only joshing, joking around, and playing with you, perfect random. I know game development is tough, but still I am kind of sad that Endless might be in the worst state it's been in since it launched. Nonetheless, the optimization changes are some of the biggest highlights of this update, and I am glad to see they're still chugging away at getting this baby purring like the beast she should be. The caffeines and freaks will be happy to see the inclusion of Sulf Cola and Pilk. I wasn't expecting to see a new soda added to the game, but I really like how the description gives us some new lore. That's right, your boy read today, and I'm gonna read again for you right now, so please be patient. Fizzy drink made by some huge corporation to compete with Julmust during Christmas time. It's the exact opposite of the Julmust description, showing us that in-universe there's a heated rivalry between both companies. Although with the inclusion of Pilk, it's kind of confusing because Coca-Cola has always been the Christmas beverage, and then Julmust is competing with Coca-Cola IRL, but then this is a Pilk, which would be Pepsi and milk, not a Kilk or Silk, I don't know. I like root beer and milk. Where are my root beer and milk people? That shit's kind of good, dude. Or even like, I've heard Dr. Pepper and milk is good. I guess I don't like Coke or Pepsi that much. Both Sulf Cola and Pilk offer the same special attribute that no other food in the game can give you. One extra jump from Sulf Cola, and if you throw some milk into the mix to make the Pilk, you'll get 3 extra jumps. Alongside healing and the removal of burning, and presumably poison, because that's what Sulf Cola does, but their descriptions are a little messed up. I think we were all a little shell-shocked after all the changes, balancing, and nerfs that Kevin's update brought us, so seeing stuff like the Matrix Oil and rockets being changed put us a little on edge. But I gotta say, changing up Matrix Oil was a good idea. Now it shouldn't tank performance with infinitely floating bullets, which was funny, but it definitely did not help the gameplay. This is how we melt computers right here. A gun that makes stars. And that does read correctly because it doesn't reset the drag, just the force. You can really see the impact of this with the new rockets, and I think it's gonna make for some super cool and fun airstrike guns. We're not even in 1.0 and we're already marching towards Call of Duty territory, baby. We did it. The big man in the big chair, Arthur, is offering some new rewards for your stamp collection, and they're pretty dang neat. A cool 50 stamps, wait, hold on a second. 20 stamps will get you a very spacious coffin next to your grave, which might sound scary, but it's a good thing, honey, don't worry. The trophy wall hangers are very similar to the item frames that have been in Arthur's shop, except this time they're closer to the entrance of the church. Although I have to say it's a little misleading to say at the beginning of the patch notes that multiple storage units were added when these are more displays than anything. I got really excited and it's just the coffin that's a storage unit. These are just for one item only. They're not that crazy. At the end of the patch notes for Kevin's update, update, they hinted at the heavily requested inspect tool being added, and it's here. It's a little janky, but it works well enough. With Sulfur's crazy gun crafting mechanics, this was something it absolutely needed eventually. I'm glad it's here. It's going to make every new player's life just a little bit easier, and maybe I don't have to memorize what every oil does anymore. Oh, Soflux, you're looking so promising right now. As for the next step towards a Minecraft creative mode, we can now toggle durability loss with the modifiers. This is a weird addition to me. I'm not really sure I've heard anybody complain about durability loss in Sulfur. However, I don't look through every single comment, and obviously they get more insight than I do, but it's an extraction shooter, and I feel like durability is a pretty common feature of extraction shooters, right? I'm kind of in the same boat, man. I'm half tempted to just jump over this railing and do the job for him.
You want to jump over the railing?
Sure, man. I mean, whatever you want, dog. Okay. You didn't even jump. Yeah, there you go. Look, all I'm saying is I want the modifiers to do wacky fun stuff. Let me fly around, or let me have enemies that are 10 times too big. Like, once you pass stage 20 in Endless, you know, maybe we can just have those giant enemies all the time, or like a really small enemies. I think we could get weirder with this, folks. Something I was not expecting to fall in love with, but I'm totally smitten with now is all the changes to Desert. The 11 new chunks giving us stuff like giant castle structures, random oases, destroyed gathering hubs, and some other crap too that you should go find on your own, because you should witness how these new chunks really help to give Desert more personality and what feels like an actual backstory. The explodable secret floor rooms are a little tricky though. I guess they were feeling silly when they decided to come up with that. There's cracks everywhere in Desert, but the only ones that can be exploded have to have like pickaxes and mining equipment around them. The view distance change is something you'll notice immediately, and I'm sure most of you are happy to see it here. Good news, I'm one of you. I'm glad they removed the dust. How else could we appreciate this fine piece of map with all that covering up our FOV? I'm not gonna lie to you, Desert might jump to #1 for the best map in all of Sulfur after this update. I hope the other areas get this kind of treatment. We see this level of improvement for them from time to time as well. Like I said about the Matrix oil change, people were very concerned about the rockets having changes in this update as well. When you read it, it does sound like a nerf, but actually it makes the rockets a lot better by default because of the improved bullet speed. And they seem insanely strong right now. Why do we have bullet drop oils again? I mean, I'm not in favor of getting rid of them, but so many people hate them. Y'all should know the rules of making a good Sulfur update by now. You gotta give us some new goodies to play around with. And oh boy did they, because the Socom ACR is yet another gun taking a huge dump all over the termite, joining both it and the Cavalier as the third burst weapon in the game. She's a real beaut too, with the same Socom style as, well, the Socom 9. I found this gun to smack decently hard right out of the box, but it really got fun after I put a rocket launcher scroll on it. Then there's the Terrier URB, which is one of the most absurd guns in any game. The absurdity doesn't come from it being the 12th pistol in the game, but rather the fact that it only shoots sideways. Hell, it's even got like sights on the side of the gun and everything. So not only is it hilarious to shoot, it's also decently strong, and it has a high chance of making you say something you'll regret immediately after shooting it. I gotta admit, I feel pretty gangster, dude. I'm already brainstorming up some ideas for a gun build video for both of these guns, so make sure to keep an eye out for it. Excuse me, I had to step away to cry for a second because myself and many others have wanted this and gun nicknames since like a bazillion years ago. Oh, Perfect Random, you treat us so fine. As far as getting your hands on the entire catalog of the new colors they added, let me tell you this. 11 of them are easy enough to get just by restocking Ralphie's inventory with the Mailer Demon. There's one special one out of that 11 being the Lime one. It gives you a +2 for Charisma because you're in the limelight. Oh, ha, look at you, you silly goofballs. I don't mean to be so aggressive, but the gold laser sight has been one of the toughest challenges I've had to face when it comes to RNG and finding an item in a roguelite. I mean, I was going crazy. I spent a good 300 to 400 stamps, and not once did I see Ralphie selling it, and that meant I had to go out and look for it by looting and killing and stuff, which is a whole lot of work for me. It is so brutal how much looting you can do with no success. success. Honestly, I can't even express the insanity that went into my efforts to find that fucking laser. To start, I lost 2 full days I could have used to make this recording searching for it. I've definitely clogged up my C drive with non-stop recordings that will probably be stuck there until I put this video out, and frankly, I'm too scared to check how much memory I might have left. I played through every level, every boss, at least 5 times, but probably more. I was so lost and confused that at one point I accidentally stumbled across an item dupe glitch. How does that even happen? How did that occur? But finally, barely even an hour ago, it happened. A W for the homie Dot. What you're seeing right now is my real-time reaction to getting it, by the way. I just had to sit there and stare a bit. So despite how broken Endless is right now, I can only recommend you grind it to get this organically. Of course, there are other ways if you want to be that guy. Okay, now let's move on from the trauma, because the new bullet size oils are here. And for some reason, they don't increase durability loss. That might be a bug or something, but I kind of like giving these oils this extra advantage. It'll make Sulfies have to think a little bit more when gun building, and you'll be enticed just by the name of these oils alone. Let's see here, we got Chub, Chonk, Zanny, Birth. Okay, yeah, these fit into the world real well. I was able to get all 14 fairly quickly by checking Kevin's inventory after Ralphie while doing my restocking for the gold laser sight. Bullet size not only got its own oils, but now it affects the size of bullet spawned effects. But I did notice the explosion effects from the rocket don't match the range, as I was able to get hurt from a good distance from the actual explosion. Who's ready for another could-be nerf on the patch notes? You? Are you a Nop enjoyer? Yeah, you are, aren't you? Just calm down, buddy. It really is just the animation that's changed. Now the finger's gonna pull the trigger. When I first read this, I was like, they're being sneaky. I was wrong. Usually there's a good amount of stuff added that isn't in the patch notes. Now, we didn't see that here. We more or less just got a bunch of bugs that changed the game up. That shouldn't be a surprise because we got a Fallout 76-esque message at the beginning of these patch notes, warning us of the perils that changing the fundamentals of a game can bring. But just like Fallout 76, it's all going to be uphill from here. Even though some of us would argue that Fallout 76 was good on day 1. The first day of Skrip's update was one of the buggiest we've ever witnessed for Sulfur. Everybody was getting black screens when teleporting back to the church. The item frames, they just stopped working alongside the gun racks. There were plenty of obstacles for us Sulfies to overcome. As per usual, Perfect Random were hard at work, putting out fires with more patches in the following days. 0.16.1 started with an explanation behind the change to rockets, probably due to the review bombing and backlash that we got from Kevin's crummy little update. But trust me, they're not blowing smoke up your little bum with this statement. Play around with the new rockets, make a build, and honestly, you'll probably agree with me that the rockets feel much better after these changes. Be grateful too, because it was likely either this or delete the enchantment entirely from the game, because it's always been an issue for Sulfur. There were some other smaller patches that came out before today too, so make sure you go read through all of them, see if there might be something important to you. But still, there are plenty of bugs that haven't been attended to yet. The endless issues being especially lame, with invisible bullets after stage 1, strange enemy barriers stopping bogeys from jumping to new areas, many different walls with consistent clipping issues. Occasionally, you won't even warp to a new stage when you beat the one you're on. Also, some weird floating piles of poop and black gunk, but I kinda like those. There was one bug they managed to smash, and just like the meat tornado from the last major update, I want to take a moment to mourn it. Rest in peace, cousin minion overspawn issue. You were hilarious for the short time that we had you. At least they didn't fix the infinite throwing knives bug. This shit is so much fun, I kinda hope they plan on keeping it. Maybe they could give knives durability or something. With all the chaos of early access, you should continue to play in dev mode and back up your saves after every session. As always, I recommend you read all of the patch notes for this update and all the minor ones that came after it to see exactly what was fixed or changed. You might find some of the stuff I skipped to be incredibly important, and if you did, you can comment it down below and be like, hey bozo, you should have mentioned this. Are you thick? Yeah, but whatever. I mean, at least I went through the dev mode to look for some possible future content for you. You can find out more about that that after we do the member shout out, which actually I think it should be right now. Yeah, these homies right here, they go out of their way to give some extra support to my family and I every month, and they don't have to do that, but they do it anyways. People like them, or people that comment and like the video, you know, anybody that's showing support, they really keep me going. They make me want to strive to do better with these videos, so I really do appreciate all you guys. It's dev mode time, and notice I'm not mentioning spoilers. That's because as far as dev mode goes, I didn't really find too much. Obviously, you can use it to check out all the new stuff added, like the guns, the food, or even the new laser sights like the gold one. And that's alright if you don't have the RNG or time on your hands to get it organically. I did, however, come across one major exploit that I've been looking for a very long time. An item duplication glitch, or as the layman would say, a dupe glitch. But here's the thing, I've mentioned some other exploits I've stumbled upon, and I haven't wanted to share them out of fear of them being removed if too many people started sharing them. And I want to make sure as many people as possible get to have a little bit of fun with this stuff before it gets patched out. So I'm planning to make an exploits video sometime after I get back to Arizona. I can't guarantee when I'll be back and working on the next video. I mean, I'm already praying I get this video out on time. So yeah, no real spoilers this time around, but I am planning on showing you guys some real nutty stuff you can do in Sulfur eventually. It's unfortunate that everyone's favorite little goblin managed to break all of Sulfur with his update, but I think once Perfect Random gets everything fixed, Skrip's update is going to go down as one of the best updates that we got throughout Early Access. It'll be up there with the Mount Rushmore, with like Guns and Magic, Sulfur Power, the Quest update. I mean, that might be it right there, those four. Those are good. I mean, Sulfur Forever was great too, Endless. There's been a lot of good ones. We need to rank them, right? I'm not crazy about this. We need to rank all of the Sulfur Early Access updates. Come on, let's do it. Someone encourage me to do this because it sounds like a lot of fun. Please?